My name is Chris Hand from Wheatland, Wyoming.
What is this?
This is a 1984 W900 extended hood A model.
How long have you had it?
I've had it 5 years.
And you work this truck?
Yes, every day.
All over the place?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you haul?
A lot of produce. I haul livestock.
East to west coast and everywhere in between?
Wherever it goes, yeah.
What's under the hood?
3406E model cat.
And transmission?
6 and a 4.
Factory two-stick?
Yes.
Had you driven a two-stick transmission before you got this truck?
Yes, I had a prior A model that had it in there, yep.
Did you go from A model to A model?
Yep.
Okay. So it's just in the blood.
Yep. I guess the reason I wanted to get rid of my other one, I reframe railed it and wired it and everything. And the reason I wanted it is 84 and they're just glider kits, and that was the last of them. It's kind of nostalgic to me anyway.
Had it been built a while before you got it?
Yes. The original owner of this that got it as a glider kit out of the Kansas City factory was Frock Brothers out of Pennsylvania, trucking. They put a motor, they could have a 5 and a 4 in it, and a husband and wife team from Washington run it to the West Coast and back every week for years. And then Bill Spencer ended up with it.
Aha!
And it'd been redone. It had a double eagle on it. A buddy of mine, Jared, drove it haul of livestock out here. It was a different color. Then it went back, and he wanted that sleeper put on and painted that color. That I ended up with it from Bill. I guess there was one previous owner in there, guy from Maine. But
how many miles are on it?
I have no idea.
Probably a lot if you've been driving it.
600,000. Who knows?
Is this your main truck year round?
Yes, that's all. Yep.
So are you on the road weeks at a time?
Yeah, sometimes. It's kind of slowed down now, but just go with the flow, I guess.
What's the trailer?
That's a 2019 utility.
Did you buy that new?
No.
Did you have to paint it to match, or was it convenient? Okay.
Nope, I lucked out there. I was looking for a trailer during COVID, and they were hard to find, and I come across that one. I'm like, that's as good as it's going to get there.
Did you come up with the name up there?
Yep.
I like that. If you can't quite read it, it says 80s Mercedes. So since you've had it, have you changed anything or made any changes mechanically or visually? That
just rebuilt the motor a couple times, I guess.
A couple times.
Very first trip out with it, when I brought it home, Pennsylvania, I was all the liquid fertilizer helping the guy down in Kansas, and I loaded out of Dodge City, and I come north up south of Jetmore, and I took 8 cows out in the middle of the road. Very first trip with it.
8 cows?
Yep. So I had to put a new hood on it, rebuild the whole front end.
8 cows, and you haven't put a big, huge bumper on the front.
No, that's just not right for putting on an old truck like that.
You gotta have a rebuild it. Can we have a look inside?
You bet.
That's pretty.
Thank you.
Have you had to do anything to the interior?
No. I changed the door panels. I guess I had 2 Bs make them for me.
That's a pretty dash.
Thank you.
I assume you get a lot of attention when you drive this.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Thumbs up. Does the air conditioning work?
Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
I always try not to brag on that to anybody, because the minute you do, it quits. But yes, it does.
Did you start out in an A model?
No. First truck I ever drove was a 78 Freightliner cab over. I worked at a shop after schools and stuff, and I get to drive in and wash trailers out, livestock trailers, and pretty soon I get to go haul fat cattle to Grand Island or something, and pretty soon we ended up in Montana hauling cattle. Yep. That's what I've done most of my life, was haul livestock.
The banquet cap?
Yep.
Was that there, or was that a you touch?
No, that's a me touch.
Is this a little bit... Wait, yeah, so you've had cows in the front and the back.
Yep, exactly.
This is a little bit less feisty.
Yep. I've had new trucks before, and I don't know.
Any wild stories about driving out in the mountains in the winter time or anything like that? Everything's...
No, lift hood isn't very old. We got it put on, and last winter coming off Wolf Creek Pass, I chased some elk down the road, and I bumped one in the I bumped one there just enough to crack the fender there. That was it. So I was pretty upset about that, but that won't be too hard to fix.
You need like a tally mark on the hood here, like the old fighter or the old bombers.
Gotcha.
And put like an elk picture
right.
and like 8 cows and like an X. So any cows and elks out west watching this, you have been warned. Stay away from this truck. It won't end well for you.
Really, I can enjoy every day getting in that and driving it.
And if something goes wrong, you can probably fix it a little easier in here.
Yep.
And it looks good doing it.
Thank you.